Hey guys, what's up? We're back with some more reactions after dark, and of course we're going to be watching Olympic swimmers. A rich fiance exposed him of cheating, so why are netizens not on her side? Obviously by Stephanie Sue. Now, that title is interesting, since I assume the first thing that would just come to mind is that it's because I don't know, he's hot or something, so that's why no one cares. All the simpettes are they don't care. But who knows if that's actually gonna be the answer. Uh, Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I put a black bar over his chest just to be silly on the thumbnail. Though I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube either, so I just put that there. But if you didn't notice, now you know. Yeah, that's the only thing, the first thing that comes to mind with that title. It's why no one's on her side is because he's just too hot, no one cares. Or too famous and nobody cares. Though maybe, well, exposed is in quotations. So maybe she's lying or something like that. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to end up finding out ourselves.
Do you know why someone doesn't win a gold medal at the Olympics? I'll tell you exactly why, okay? Imagine event is swimming and you gotta swim. Why would you not win a gold medal?
Because
Is she gonna say because of what happened? Also, this was 10 months ago, just to give you a sense of time. This is 10 months ago.
why do I not win a gold medal?
Why do you not win a gold medal? It's because
Tell me why.
you were not fast enough. That's it. Point blank, period. You don't make the cut. But I also wouldn't, so I don't know why I'm being so aggressive with that. You just aren't fast enough. But with this specific 2024 Olympics, they're on the Chinese swim team. You know how the China swim team, the national team, went viral during the Olympics because they came out decked out in those red parkas and they were just like pounding their chests like some sort of mating call?
I don't think everyone knows it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You have to describe
Oh,
that.
they went viral. Okay, so I didn't know this, but swimmers, they come out to the event wearing puffer jackets. I thought they looked goofy. They looked like penguins. Turns out they need to because their muscles need to be warm. It needs to be loosey-goosey up in there. The Chinese swim team, because the color of China is red, they come out in these red puffer jackets. But they're like these jacked dudes coming out, headphones in, red puffer jacket, walk into their little station, and they're patting their chest. They're pounding their chest because you actually have to tap your muscles to keep them activated. But they're just kinky. They're touching themselves everywhere. Okay, it's a lot. And they went viral, and everyone was like, "Wait, I didn't know that China swims. Suddenly, I gotta watch China swims." And they went viral.
I don't know when the last time it was that I watched the Olympics. I may have never actually really watched the Olympics. I feel like I have had to, I just don't remember. Like, I see it when it's like on in the house, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the Olympics are happening. But I never just sat there and went out of my way to watch the Olympics, I don't think. I think when I was a teen, maybe even like a preteen, I might have watched like the X Games. Like, went out of my way to watch the X Games. But that's probably it, not the Olympics. I don't think the X Games are part of the Olympics. I don't think so, right? And like, if you know what I mean by the X Games, it's like for bicycling and skateboarding and stuff. Specifically for skateboarding is why I would have watched it. But yeah, for like skateboarding and biking and those kind of like extreme quote unquote sports, that's why it's called like X Games, I think. 'Cause yeah, if you didn't know, I was like really into skateboarding as a kid slash teenager. I mean, I still have my skateboard. Not that I've used it in a long time. Uh, that was kind of just like the thing when I was young, right? Is like being in the skateboarding. That was just one of the fads for probably like many years. Like to be a skater boy or whatever, skater girl, yada yada. Maybe it is still cool to be a skater, but I don't think there's really been like a decent skating game for a long time, right? I feel like you need a skating video game to keep the momentum of having people want to be skaters, because it kind of just those two things kind of just go hand in hand. I don't know why. Video games and skateboarding. Because obviously, back in the day, you had like all the Tony Hawk games. You had Thug, which was um, Tony Hawk's Underground. That's what the Thug stands for. It's an abbreviation. Uh, and I feel like that, like Thug, was like a really good entry point to be like, because you're basically like trying to be a professional skateboarder in that game. Like, there's a whole story about becoming a like trying to get signed by a company to be a professional skateboarder, and like there's this drama that happens. Good game. I played that a lot back in the day. And Thug 2 was just like a silly, goofy, like I don't want to say. I mean, how long has this video been? 6 minutes? Is that long enough to swear? Because Thug 2 was basically just like Jackass, the video game, I think, right? Because it was just that kind of like vibe. It was just like really goofy like that, do stupid stuff. Whereas like Thug 1 was like, I feel like more serious. It was still goofy because it's a skater game, right? But it had more of a serious, but a bunch of more serious things that happened, like drama, like I was saying. But Thug 2 was just like just pure Jackass, I think. Just do silly stuff.
Well, they did really well. They killed it in the Olympics. But there was this one guy on the Chinese national swim team that everybody was like, this guy has a world record. This is the world. And now we're in the Olympics. I mean, he's already beat everybody technically. So of course he's going to win a gold medal. He's going to win 10 gold medals. He doesn't win any gold medals in his own individual events. And people are like, what happened? To the point where people accuse him of all sorts of things. Was he doping when he won the 2023, broke the world record? Because how do you suddenly not break it? How are you suddenly so bad all of a sudden? Okay, not so bad, but he just wasn't doing well. And then you go online.
It's just like after his girlfriend or his fiance did that, exposed him, quote unquote? Is that what, he's just like not in the game?
A few months later after the Olympics, and I'll tell you why he didn't win a gold medal. His fiancé of 6 years comes out to expose this Chinese national swim champion and states that she suspected that he was cheating on her with not only girls that he meets on dating apps, but athletes from synchronized swimming teams.
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, the key word there was suspected, not confirmed. So, did she not actually know, or did she know and just was saying, hey, I think he's doing this? Because I feel like it paints a different picture. She just like suspects him from doing this, and he hasn't actually done anything. Well, then that's kind of rough, since, I mean, she kind of made him throw the Olympics from that stress and accused him of something heinous, question mark.
And every time she would confront him about it, he would say, I swear on my life, I swear I will never win a gold medal ever again if I cheated on you. And he did not.
Oh, okay, so he did cheat. Okay, never mind.
Dun, dun, dun.
Recently, I've also been enjoying watching this new series that came out on Netflix in Thailand called The Deception Game. It was just
I don't know if this is an ad or if she's just talking about... Okay, I think this is an ad. So yeah, we'll cut to after this then. Okay, we got the link here, expressvpn.com/bish. Then the QR code's up there.
expressvpn.com/biz to get an extra 4 or even 6 months of ExpressVPN for free. Do you know what the term double doors mean?
Double door?
You a double door?
Like a Dumbledore?
I do not know what that means. Also, this is original Dumbledore, not the like movie 1 and 2 question mark Dumbledore, I think.
No.
Or a double door?
A double door. A double decker. A double door. You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Sounds scandalous. But okay, tell me. Is that a
Okay.
Chinese term or no?
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Okay. Think of like a double door entrance. It's big. It's great. Okay. Think of a refrigerator.
Oh, you were talking about left and right double door.
Yes. Double
French
doors.
door.
French. Whoa. Okay. Architectural digest.
Like two doors.
I think they are called French doors.
Two doors. Yes. Okay. Now think of a fridge. Are you imagining a fridge?
Sure.
Okay. Now the fridge on top just has one door to the refrigerator, and the bottom is a pull-out freezer. Very normal. Very regular. Very Ozempic. But think of a fridge with double doors on top. 2 doors on
Why did she just say Ozempic? What do you mean very Ozempic?
top. They open both ways. Wide. Very wide. Spacious. Surface area. Square footage. Imagine hanging up a tiny little picture frame, a round picture, a mistletoe on top of the fridge. It's awkward because you have a double door fridge. The refrigerator is so wide, but the mistletoe is just in the center. It's tiny. It's unproportionate. Now think of that in a man build. Refrigerator, double door.
I'm assuming she was like, that's what she was trying to get at, is like the way someone looks.
build with a tiny mistletoe as the head.
I
I am
see.
the opposite. Think the opposite of me, okay? Small head, big shoulders. Oh yeah, that is a category of the male specimen. And it sounds objectifying, right? But pick your battles, men, okay? Like, we got more going on in this field right now for women. Recently, this male build starter pack has been really bad. Like in Korean manga, it's well known that the male lead's shoulders keep getting wider and wider while the head gets smaller and smaller. And at this point, you can't even do like a three-way love triangle in Korean manga because two male leads don't fit on the same page. It just doesn't work. And it's become a whole meme in South Korea. But also, you think that this only exists in mangas. It's in real life. You see these guys at South Korean gyms. Look at this.
Well, outside of this, didn't we already saw like the guy who stuffed shoulder pads into his clothing to get that wide look? So we already know that people are out there trying to do that. Other than like working out, people are like literally using shoulder pads to get that kind of build. Can we just call it the refrigerator build? Because that's what she was trying to like hint at.
This picture, if you guys are audio listening, there's a picture of a man flexing in the mirror. Better yet, there's in the same picture a woman behind him taking a picture of him taking a picture because she's like, now I've never seen a bitch like this. Why is a bitch built like this? She needs to save this as photographic evidence for future historians because they're all confused. Are South Koreans?
Wait, double door?
It's body type. The shoulders are very wide.
Okay.
Very buff.
Yes.
Okay, and the head is always small because when the shoulders are so wide, no matter how big your head is, it's gonna look small.
So you're saying in China, the double door body
yeah.
type is going viral?
Oh yeah. If there's a group of girls eating brunch, they go, hey, look up, don't look, don't make it obvious. There's a double door behind you, and then you take a look and you go, oh my god, that's a triple door.
Girls are into double doors.
Some girls
Right,
for
okay.
sure.
I thought
Yeah.
it was called the refrigerator.
Oh no, but now double door is more than the refrigerator.
Oh, so refrigerator is out. So to have a
Yes.
refrigerator body is no longer hot. Now we want a double refrigerator,
Yeah.
like double door refrigerator.
Double door refrigerator.
Got
like just
it.
a regular fridge bod is good. It's acceptable. We might like you, but it's not good enough.
Got it. Okay.
They come in all shapes. No, they come in one shape, but they come from all different backgrounds. There's another particular image that goes viral. This one is very rich. These double doors have money. These got double pockets. There's a Korean man trying.
Why is he getting out of the car like that? Is it because he's too big? Because like, why would you want to have to get out of your car like that every time you drive around?
to get out of his Lamborghini, which is a very low car, low to the ground, and honestly hard to maneuver. I think it's a waste of money.
Low class too.
Yeah, guys, Lamborghini is not it. Okay, he's trying to walk out, but the top half of his body is so heavy, he just tumbles out. He falls over onto the ground.
Is that like a photo or
It's a
video?
real photo.
I feel like that kind of bod it's almost like he's injecting oil. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I forget what it's called. I think it's also an S. I don't know if it's like seed oil. I mean, not the S. That's not what the S stands for, but I think it might be like some sort of oil, seed oil, that you just inject into your body, and it makes your muscles look huge. But you literally just have, a sack of oil in your arms. Let me see if I can look up what the term for that. Okay, I just heard this. It's called synthol. Synthol. That's what some people inject into their arms. Yeah, it just inflates your muscles. It doesn't actually make you stronger or anything. It just gives you these weird, gross, grotesque-looking muscles. Makes you look huge, like that guy just looked. But it doesn't actually do anything, and it's dangerous, so don't do that.
Photo of a man in a Lamborghini. I mean, think of it. He's an upside down bowling pin. Of course, gravity is not going to be helpful to him. It's not going to be beneficial for him. And he can't even get out of his low ass car because he's so top heavy that he keeps tumbling out of the car. His body is disproportionate. And according to our Chinese researchers, these body types are all the rage in China right now. Girls will be on the street. Stop. I see one. I see a double door. Do you see the double door?
Dumbledore. Dumbledore's back.
Dumbledore is back. Or when they try to set their friends up. Oh yeah, he's cute. He's a double door.
What
Oh
the
yeah,
world?
and it's not shoulder pads. Although some men have been trying to use shoulder pads to recreate the look, but it just looks like two BBLs on your shoulders. You look goofy.
Yeah, like we've already talked about that. That one guy who was doing that. I forget, was that guy a good guy or a bad guy? Because I don't remember. Because it's been a while, right? The shoulder pad guy.
Know what you're doing, which great and all, but these are also the types of guys that have to go through airport security sideways. Have you thought about that though? Imagine if they're trying to sleep on their side. Their head is levitating. It's not touching their pillow because their shoulder is so large. It's embarrassing. But for the public service of many of my single girlies watching this, double doors, please keep posting shirtless pics, not for I like to not have to crane my neck 500 meters to give my husband a kiss on the cheek. It's not for me, but the double doors make some girls go crazy. Essentially, if you have a double door build with some extra style, extra talent, you're a walking catch. They can't wrap their arms around you, but they'll die trying. That's the point. That's what happens to the Chinese Olympic swim team in 2024. You just see 10 refrigerators walk out, and you're like,
These just look like regular guys. They don't look like quote unquote refrigerators. These are just like regular muscular guys.
In double doors. What's happening? Which door should we open? Okay. They're the ones wearing the red puffer jackets coming out.
Yeah, those are like standard athletic builds. It doesn't look like this quote unquote double door.
Like they're walking on a runway of off-white. They're crazy. They're just walking out, slapping their chest. It's weird. But the Chinese Olympic swim team goes viral, globally of course, but especially in China. They're skilled, they're talented. They're double door, double floor, decker buses, and they just go off. Their performance is top notch in the 2024 Paris Olympics, at least for a few of them. Fans have started calling them male model dream team. They've each become their own celebrity brand after the Olympics. A lot of them have also really good on-camera personalities too. Some fans are so supportive and are so dedicated to the craft of swimming, the art of swimming, the butterfly strokes, the breaststrokes, all the strokes for different folks, you know? Women love it. They bring binoculars to the swim.
I don't know if you could have seen that in the corner below me. She had like a flustered emoji down there that kept popping up every time she said stroke.
Competitions. They're locked in. They're smirking. They're giggling. They're smiling.
Wait, what was that?
Women love it. They bring binoculars to
Some lady with binoculars, really?
the swim competitions. They're locked in. They're smirking. They're giggling. They're smiling. They said, 10 times the view is 10 times the happiness. When a friend asked one of the girls with the binoculars, she's like just zoned in watching the swimmers. They're like,
No,
what?
she doesn't have an iPhone or something.
No, she wants to be in the moment, you know? And they're like, hey, what's your view? What's going on in the water? She just responds, so handsome. She doesn't even know who's winning. She doesn't even know. And they say girly pops don't care about sports. I beg to differ. There's one clip of a Chinese swimmer shushing the crowd. I'm like, sir, what the fork are you doing here? But I do think my single dark romance girlies are gonna enjoy the view. So here you go. I'm gonna insert it onto the screen. He walks out slapping his chest, and then he just tells the crowd to shut.
What do you mean dark romance? Because he shushed? That equates to dark romance?
Oh, that's the Balenciaga looking.
Yeah, and I'm like, hello? The swimmers even have personal and private teams of physical therapists, masseuses, to help relax their muscles and optimize their performance.
Oh, yes.
So naturally, netizens have commented, I promise to take no sick days. It will be 100% attendance, voluntary overtime, promised. Where do I apply? Where do I apply? But even out of the sea of swimmers and the sea of people, there's one that stands out. Chin Sea. Okay, that sounds weird when I say it like that, but his name is Chin Haiyang. Haiyang means sea. His name literally translates to ocean. And he was one of the most popular Olympic swimmers on the Chinese team in 2024 until his longtime fiancé made a live stream expose about
What is going on there?
him. So buckle up. This is the Olympic Games of cheating. Haiyang's a goat. That's his nickname. That's what they call him. But they don't call him like goat, you're the greatest of all time, even though he did break a world record. That's not his nickname. They call him slow goat. That's his nickname.
What does that mean, slow go?
He's just a slow goat. He is known for his breaststrokes. Like I said, he made history in 2023 at the World Aquatics Championships for his breaststrokes. He actually just went ahead and broke the world record for the 200-meter breaststroke. There's different meters, different world records for different meters. By like half a second. He broke the record by half a second.
But why do they call it slow goat?
Oh, just you wait.
Oh,
okay?
okay.
So he's like super fast in the water. He's like the fastest. 200 meters, right? I said millimeters. Okay, he's a big fucking deal in swimming. And it's all about how long you last in swimming, or rather how fast you are. So interestingly, I think athletes' routines are always fascinating. Forget the little morning routines of billionaires. I want to know what these athletes are doing to get into the headspace before a big event. Do you ever think about that? Like what song they listen to? That is where Haiyang's nickname comes in, because he's a slow goat. They say the way he moves so slowly out of water on land is like a fish out of water. Why does he move like that? To give you an idea, in one competition, everybody else, every other swimmer goes to their assigned chair, sits down, starts taking off their gear, adjusting their swim cap, putting on goggles, getting ready, and you're like, what is that empty seat? Is somebody sick? Are they out of this competition? Where is Haiyang? Where is he? Oh, he's still walking towards his fucking chair. He just moves so laid back. Like he just said.
I don't know, his movement here is really fast, but I forget. I don't know if this is sped up on her end, but I've actually sped this up even more than usual on my end. It's 1.5 rather than the typical like 1.25. So we're actually, I forgot to mention that this is 1.5 speed. So that's why he looks faster than he probably is, on top of if this is sped up to begin with.
Down at a fast food restaurant with his little buzzer. Like, sir, this is a competition, okay? You know, in Korean, we have a saying for people who move this slowly. Obviously, not ableism, like people who are able-bodied and move this slowly. Okay, we have a saying. It's called 속 터져. Like, watching them makes my heart burst in frustration. It's like, why can't you just move faster? Like, my heart is about to explode out of my chest. He moves like the sloths at the DMV in that movie. Even when he's moving, lifting himself up onto the springboard, it's like he's on a different time scale, just taking his time. Everybody is already locked in, poised, ready. His former coach even said he was always the last one on the team bus, just barely making it each time. He's so fascinating. For even interviews, for sports journalists, they say he's very difficult to interview. First of all, he talks very slowly. I got 10 more swimmers. Come on, let's chop, okay? He talks slowly, but in a calm, steady manner. But he also talks almost exclusively in vague Chinese scripture. That's how they describe it, okay? You're like, thank you for coming to this event. I can't believe your performance. I mean, how did you feel hitting that water and breaking the 2020? You broke the world record. They stick the mic in his face. Not too bad. And what do you have to say to all your other teammates that are here joined with you today? Keep it up. Okay, and today you didn't finish gold, but you finished silver. And how does that make you feel? I mean, what do you have words for your fans? I can do better. 속 터져. You know, people are 속 터져ing right now. He will be asked about his future goals. What are your future goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 3 words. Keep working hard. That is so vague, sir. That is so vague. That's not a destination. That is a very loose plan. That is his goal, which is not a bad goal, but like, come on, give them something. Some journalists are nicer, and instead of calling him a slow goat, they call him our calm brother. Our calm brother, okay? But then something wild happens. When he hits that water, suddenly the fastest guy there, which naturally gets him a lot of fans, a lot of female fans. One day there's this.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I prefer that. Just being chill, not like a psycho. With all that energy. Though, is he like doing that on purpose? Like trying to be cool? Or is he just naturally just like that, right? Because you never know if this is like an act being put on to seem like the cool swimmer guy. I never watched the. I mean, of course I didn't, but I never watched the anime Free. Is that what it's called? I don't remember. I think that's what it's called. But when that came out, like, again, like, because I'm pretty sure it does it count as a shoujo or is it a shonen sports anime? Because shonen sports animes actually aren't really shonen, I feel like. Which, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I can be more specific. Like shonen, the genre is for young men, right? Young men, young boys. It's for the male demographic. Shoujo's for the female demographic, typically younger, but obviously anybody can watch anything. But with sports shows, sports anime typically are aimed at the male demographic, but I actually think in reality it's actually the female demographic, because a lot of these shows are just a lot of sweaty, hot dudes doing stuff, right? And that's free. It's just half-naked guys swimming and just being half-naked all the time. So obviously, that's why I think it actually, I don't know if it's a shoujo or not, because it might actually just be a shoujo and it wasn't actually even a shonen to begin with. Because obviously it's just, the people watching that are just like girls going crazy over these half-naked anime boys the entire time. And I've completely lost my train of thought. Why did I even start talking about Free to begin with? Oh, because of him being cool. Like, so I was gonna make this go full circle with, is he just like trying to replicate someone from that show? Because I don't know if there's any like some sort of kuderi is a term you would use here. Some like cool guy from that show. Probably has to be like a cool archetype guy in that show. So I was like, is he trying to replicate that, or is he just actually like that?
This interviewer that's going around asking all the fans questions of like, who are you here to support at the swim competition? And there's this one girl in a black mask and a black hat with his name on a headband on her head. And the interviewer asks her, are you here to support Haiyang? Yeah. How long have you been his fan? There's this really awkward moment. And then she goes, I've been his fiancé for 5 years. I don't even think many people knew that he had a fiancé, but that's like fine. Maybe they're very private people. It's a little weird, but it's fine. You're his fiancé. Are you satisfied with his performance today? Yes, very satisfied. Was he handsome today? Very. What do you like most about him? I love how handsome, hardworking, diligent, and serious he is.
Why was handsome the first word instead of like hard work?
Which, side note, we're just gonna call the fiancé Susie, which, I mean, it's not shady. It's not like he was purposely hiding her to try and get more female fans. Actually, at this game, at this competition, Haiyang wins first place. He turns to her in the stands. She's in the stands supporting him, and he throws up his winning bouquet to her.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like he's trying
public.
to, yeah. It's just they're not going around constantly posting pictures of each other, but they're dating. They're not trying to hide it. It's very romantic. She even posts it on her socials, writing, "Thank you, Sea Frog." I guess she calls him Sea Frog because they do kind of look like sea frogs when they're in the water. I say as I can't even swim lap. Okay. But thank you, Sea Frog, for the flowers. In the end, I gave them to a fan's son who has fallen for him. Watching the live competition was so much fun, and I'm really happy to see it all. I'm getting tongue-tied here, but Chubby, I guess she calls him Chubby. Chubby was freaking amazing. Keep up the great work, which is so romantic, and it gets even better. At the 2023, so just last year, 1 year before the Olympics, he's at the 2023 National Swimming Championships in China, where Susie we'll get to why later. She's handing out medals and plush toys for the athletes for their hard-earned achievements. She gets invited up with a group photo for the athletes, and Hayoung tries to offer her the plush toy, but she's so shy, and like the whole thing makes everybody fall for their relationship, which is still, this is very niche knowledge, because he blows up 2024 Olympics. This is in 2023. So at this point, these are the fans that love the swimmers already before the Olympics. So this group of people, they love this relationship, and they're kind of standing this guy. He just is known, however, unfortunately, he is known as the perpetual competition thrower.
What does that mean?
Other than breaking the world record, this guy never performs well in competitions. It's very difficult for him. Like, he'll perform better in smaller competitions. Like, he fouled at the last Olympics, the 2020, 2019, whatever Olympics. He did not do well. Yeah.
So maybe like that kind of pressure doesn't
Yes.
do well.
So he gets this new method to qualify for the 2024 Olympics, which is actually swim less. So prior to it, with these big competitions, he was saying he was swimming every single day, every single second he was in the water, because he's like, I keep throwing these massive competitions, so maybe I'm just under practiced. But then everybody, his coach that he signed with, very famous coach, she said, no, swim less. That doesn't mean don't work on swimming, just do it in different ways. Get in the water less. Hayoung gets very philosophical, posting things on Weibo like, never believe that victory comes as easily as picking a dandelion on a hill.
Okay. Weird proverb. We're gonna call that a proverb. I probably would know more about this if I actually watched that free show that I'm talking about. Yeah, if anyone is interested in, because I feel like if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you might be interested in free. And of the girl demographic out there. I mean, if you want to watch it, anybody can go watch it, but I'm pretty free is obviously aimed at the female demographic, in my opinion. It's not really a shonen. That's just like from how it seemed when that show came out, because it was like the most popular thing that I think the female demographic was watching at that time was free. You couldn't really like go around the internet without having someone like fangirling over that show, I feel like. What would be like the thing right now? I feel like Blue Lock, but like I feel like no one really actually cares about Blue Lock anymore. There's someone I have on Instagram that I see, and she's usually talking about Blue Lock constantly, even though I feel like on the guy side of things, which if you don't know what Blue Lock is, it's a show about like not psychopathic, but soccer. It's a show about soccer, an anime about soccer. But they're trying to make the greatest soccer player of all time, so it's not like a Saw scenario, which is why I was trying to say like psychopathic. It's not like a Saw scenario where you have to do like, I don't even know how to describe it. They get a bunch of young soccer players into a box, and by box I mean like a building that's just a box. And they have to compete against each other in these like different games, like not Hunger Games, like Squid Game. Squid Game's not even like a good word. Hunger Games, maybe. I don't know if that's right either. It's like if you know the kill game genre, but there's no killing, right? You're just doing all these competitions, soccer competitions, soccer exercises, etc., and then people get eliminated and as like the show goes on. But the catch is that if you get eliminated in this like competition, you can never play for the Japanese team ever again. Like you can't play soccer in Japan ever again. I don't know if it's like in the world. It might even be the world. You're just never allowed to play soccer again. So it's like a big deal if you wanted, if your entire life revolves around soccer. So you literally get exiled from being a soccer player. I feel like that was pretty hype for a while, but then I think the animation for season 2 became really bad, and that's why people didn't really care about it anymore. Yeah, that's like the newest thing. I guess Haikyuu before that was like the big sports anime that was kind of liked by the female demographic. Haikyuu, which is a volleyball sports anime. Yeah, I feel like Free was like the show that got all like the girls out of the woodworks obsessing over it. I don't know about. I feel Haikyuu is kind of like fine. Blue Lock, same thing. But like Free was like the juggernaut. I don't know if that's ever happened again. I mean, animes that aren't sports, sure, because like obviously like, what Jujutsu Kaisen. Everyone was obsessing over Gojo and the other guy. I forget his name, but it's like similar to Gojo's. But yeah, if I had watched Free, I probably would like understand more about what's going on here.
Wow. Damn.
But do you believe that all beauty in this world is worth giving our all? I
Wow.
feel like the two don't really correlate, but
I'm like, okay, wow.
yeah, like what happened to the dandelion? I'm so invested in that one, okay? That's how he becomes the king of breaststrokes in 2023, the motivational shift in his mindset. And also he's squatting nonstop every single day. So he's pretending to swim on land instead of swimming in water. He's practicing, he said he was micro-adjusting even the angle of his hands in the breaststroke, micromanaging every meticulous detail in his swim. And
You know, that's what I was like trying to do recently.
Swim?
No.
Okay.
So I read a story, back in the days, they were saying there was like a two team of like athletes. One team, let's say they injured themselves, right? So instead they were practicing on the court because they're injured.
Wait, stop. Don't even do this right now. I know what you're going to say. They would practice in their minds.
Yeah. No, seriously.
No, is this real?
No, it's so real.
Okay.
It's so freaking real.
Okay.
And then they test the two teams.
Yeah.
See that by the end of it, like, I don't know how many months, they test their results. The one who's been practicing in their head, they perform better.
Wait, stop.
Yeah. So they're saying,
Well, that only works so much because, again, I've mentioned this like a few times because it's one of the craziest things that has ever epiphanied to me, is that some people don't have the ability to do that. Like, they have no internal monologue. They can't see or hear or anything inside their heads. Like, it's just pure emptiness. So that kind of training doesn't work for like half of the population, allegedly. Like, half the population has no internal monologue, no ability to visualize things in their head or hear anything in their head, etc., etc. So you actually can't use that for everyone. So they just got lucky and had a team full of people who had an internal monologue.
apparently like your brain has these muscles, and if you can actually vividly imagine yourself doing that kind of sport and you're actually playing it in your head, so your body, your muscles like reacting to it, it's actually it's crazy. I know.
Is this why you play Tetris in your mind?
No, I'm start swimming now.
Just now? You just
No,
started.
recently.
You started
I was like,
swimming?
man, I should work out more.
And you're just working out in your mind. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I'm trying to trick my mind. So one day, if I jump into the water, I'm gonna be.
That's the sound of his drowning. So maybe he'll beat the Frog King. That's what they call him, the Frog King. And he doesn't let the pressure get ahead of him. He says, once a gold medal is won, it's over. It shouldn't be a burden. Which made people like him even more. They're like, yes, a confident yet humble answer. He's so good. He's still so humble. Did you see him wink? That wink will make me his dog. I'm enchanted. He's too handsome. These men have been swimming.
I hate his hair. There, I don't know. It's almost like a mullet.
That wink will make me
Is
his
it not?
dog.
Is that not like close to a mullet? I hate his hair. It's so oof.
I'm enchanted. He's too handsome. These men have been swimming on my FYP for days.
Handsome in quotations.
To which one comments, oh my god, the female predator's screams can be heard through the phone during the competition. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is the 2023, okay? He's breaking the world record. In 2024, the Olympics rolls around, and he is one of the most closely watched swimmers on the Chinese team because he just broke that world record. His personal goal was 2 gold medals in his individual categories, the 100 meters and the 200 meters breaststroke. The entire performance, the minute he hits that water, boom, 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 boom. So underwhelming. So underwhelming. He closed 7th in the 100 meters. He didn't even qualify for the finals in the 200 meters. His performance was so bad that people were accusing him of doping the last year because they're like, how do you go from breaking a world record to being shit? Okay, not shit, but like, that's what they were saying. They were like, how do you do that? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I can't even swim. Please don't be mad at me. But the Chinese swim team overall, they had a good run. They won 12 medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, 7 bronze. And about his own personal performance though, Haiyang says, I need to work harder. There are many areas where I need to learn and improve because I didn't perform well in 2 events. I feel like this shouldn't be. I need to go back and reflect. He states that leading up to this competition, considering he had such bad luck with some competitions prior, he was putting all this pressure on himself. He was throwing up before his events. He felt like he was in a daze the whole time. Most fans were super supportive. They said, at least you went viral, right? That walk in the red jacket? At least you went viral and you signed a deal with Louis Vuitton?
No way.
Brand ambassador?
What?
Oh, come on, we love you. They comment, Olympic swimmer by day, Louis Vuitton model by night. The way he walks, I don't know how he does it. He doesn't do it intentionally, I know, but the dominance is there. Famous scene, he's like a professional model. From Paris Olympics to Paris Fashion Week. Now, they also like the way that he looks that cool. He performs that hot, spicy, but he's so shy in person. There's videos of him taking pictures with fans, and people say he looks so nervous. You can't tell who is the fan of who. He looks like he's the fan. He's not.
Are these children? Then they must be.
Okay, I don't want to say he's nervous per se, but he's very gentle, very cautious, very calm. And people are eating it up until they find out the real reason that he does not win a gold medal in the 2024 Olympics. October...
Is it the real? Okay, anyway. Sorry.
October 2024 is the last day of the national holiday. Future Stephanie here, please watch until the end because there's been so many crazy developments and crazy plot twists, so before you form an opinion, get the full ending first. Susie.
Okay, sure. I mean, there's still 30, well, I guess less than 30 minutes left of this. So is something going to happen at the end that makes you be like, okay, he's fine? Or is it just further reinforces that he's bad. Question mark.
Hayoung's fiance
Also, that made me lose train of thought. I was about to say something before she intermissions.
day of the national holiday.
Go further back, because I need to see what I was thinking about.
October 2024. It's the last day of the national holiday.
Like, I kind of am thinking, but it's gone. It's gone.
Form an opinion. Get the full ending first. Suzy, Hayoung's fiance, posts on Weibo. I initially wanted to help save your face, but your avoidance attitude has made me
What is this picture that she's using as her thumbnail? Not her thumbnail, her icon.
feel that I've truly fallen for the wrong person. She starts listing a full list of grievances and accusations against Hayoung, including him cheating on her during a pregnancy, flirting with fans, flirting with synchronized swim team members, and others. She says, when you were in the military, you hired sex workers. The deceit during our time together has caused me immense pain. Each time you make a mistake, I'm the one suggesting breaking up, but you threaten me with your career, your life, and everything you have. You even threatened me with an intimate video of us, demanding my forgiveness. I cannot endure this any longer. Every luxury item you own was bought by me, and I've spent countless amounts on you, from the Louis Vuitton bag to the Richard Mille watches. Those watches are like $100,000-$200,000 starting.
Yeah, like 200K starting.
USD. She said, believing in your repeated mistakes was my mistake. Starting today, I won't cover up any of your issues or clean up any of your messes anymore. I have evidence of every incident, chat records, recordings, and everything else. If you feel wronged and you want to sue me, I'm ready. She said, I'm litigious, okay? I'm ready, come and get me. She goes on to explain that she practically financed his entire life, his entire swim career, expecting nothing but loyalty in the end. She didn't want him to pay her back or to later promote her business. Just out of love, she did this to help him achieve his dreams. She says he would purchase and pass out all these gifts to his fans throughout the years. She paid for those. Her money. She also reveals she's the one responding to messages from fans pretending to be him.
Oof.
Because clearly he doesn't care, but she does, is what she says, okay? She says, I've been maintaining your fans in the group. It was my money that I transferred to you so that you could purchase gifts for your fans. Even to fans and reporters, I personally wrapped and sent out gifts. When I get criticized, I feel wronged. What have you done? Clearly they are your fans.
I don't know what she's sending to them as gifts.
When they were infatuated with you, I was the one comforting them during military training. I was the one that sent red envelopes to your fans to treat them to ice cream. What have you done? Do you even care? You only log online to see if your fans are pretty.
Oh, what?
To which netizens are wondering, is this woman his mother or his manager or his fiance? The crazy part is she actually informed his PR team in advance that she was going to do this. She was like, let me give you a chance to do some damage control because I'm about to shred this shit up. Which netizens are like, you even informed all his PR team before exposing? You are sis. You're too kind. This is crazy, okay? I don't even know what to say. You adopted a stray dog in heat. You loved him too much. You're his girlfriend, not his mother, not his manager. Which the PR team did respond. They said that this was malicious slander and false information that was severely damaging to his reputation.
Okay, but is that real or not? Because, like, how many times are we going to go back and forth on, like, who's right, who's wrong? Since the title, I was just assuming, okay, no one's on her side because they're obsessing about it, right? There's a bunch of simpats, but is she actually just lying? Or, you know, what? What is it?
They have denied all accusations. She goes on, then to later expose an audio clip.
Wait, hold on, I didn't get to see that.
For his reputation. They have denied all accusations. She goes on, then to later expose an audio clip.
Have you ever considered that I was with you all this time because I was afraid?
He's talking to her on the phone, and he says, have you ever considered that I was with you all this time because I was scared? Which
What?
is, like,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Some netizens are like, oh my God, this means that they were in a toxic relationship. Some netizens are kind of confused by that. To which she responds that she is the reason that he never got exposed. She was always protecting him. It wasn't his parents, not even himself, obviously, but her. She was saving him. And when she finally tells his parents, his mom allegedly responded to her, you have to take care of him, protect him as a girlfriend.
Tells the mom what?
He's been cheating on me, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, this is the worst relationship ever. He keeps hurting me, he's betraying me. And the mom is like, well, you have to take care of him. You have to protect him. You're his girlfriend. She says, what did I do wrong? Everything you have today, you should be thanking me. You should really thank me. You're the one with all the problems. Tell me, am I harming you or am I protecting you? Am I harming you? How do you think I should be treated then? But instead, my fiance is calling me to tell me that he's only with me because he's scared of me. Do you think I deserve to be treated like this?
She made a post saying that he cheated, he was hiring sex workers, and then she posted a voice audio.
She keeps going on live because people start coming in and attacking her.
Oh, she went on live.
Yes,
I see,
because
I see.
after she posts that long Weibo post, this whole topic starts trending. And there were a group of people that immediately felt like Hayoung was bad. There were a group of people that felt like, we don't know both sides of the story yet. And then there were also a group of people that did not care for both sides and just said, hey, girly pop, f you. Like, you should have known when you're dating an Olympian. And they were like, also, I found this video of you and you're not even pretty.
Dang.
And they were like, you're kind of fat. They literally said that about her, to which she responded by wearing a skin-tight outfit and dancing.
Okay. Weird, but okay.
And everyone was like, okay, we take it back. But still, Estelle, we're still mad at you, okay? So it was a whole complicated thing. She goes on live stream and she's
Wait,
like...
she just put on a skin tight outfit and started dancing?
Yeah, no, literally.
And then people was like, okay, fine.
They were like, ooh, you got money and you look like that. Are you single? I'm not a swimmer, but I'll swim to your heart. But there was still a group of people that didn't like her. So she's going on live stream. She's pulling out these old recorded phone calls. She's pulling out text messages. She's doing everything. She's exposing everything. You know, some people were saying maybe she cheated on him too. We don't know the full story. They're saying things like, why shame the whole nation? He's a national hero at this point. To which she's just so upset. She said, as for people who are accusing her of being some sort of clout chaser, or perhaps she's extorting him for money, she responds, he was in a world champion 6 years ago when I started dating him. He had no titles back then, and you're accusing me of being after his Olympic status?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of motive she would have here if she actually is bad. Because I don't... It's confusing with that intermission she had in the middle of that, saying wait till the end, and there's a bunch of twists. But it kind of feels already like nobody's on her side, so is it the twist at the end is like, oh, he actually is a bad guy, but then how's it there's a twist? It's just she's telling the truth, right?
Am I crazy? Are you crazy? Why did I spend so much money then? Why was I so loyal and dedicated all my time? Let's listen to the voice recording. Listen to the voice recording. Because he said he wanted to get married. She plays a voice recording of him proposing to her.
Princess, will you marry me? Yes. Will you wait for me to take you as my bride? Yes, I do.
Will you marry me?
He's like, Princess, will you marry me? Will you wait for me to take you as my bride?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and she's like, yes, I do.
Wait, so is he proposing?
She said that he proposed every time they went on vacation.
Wait. So did she say yes or no?
Yes, she did. She said yes many times.
Oh, so he proposed, but he never got, like, they never got married.
No, but he bought her a very expensive ring from Xiaomei.
From Xiaomei?
Wait, Xiaomei?
Xiaomei.
Oh, Xiaomei.
Wait, what? Does that sound like a Chinese brand?
Yeah, I know, it sounds like Chinese.
Wait, Xiaomei?
Xiaomei?
Xiaomei. It's a French brand.
Xiaomei.
Yeah, it sounds Chinese.
And she said that he would propose every time they went on vacation somewhere. He would just be like, Princess, will you marry me? I feel like this guy would just get happy and propose. And she's like, clearly, he loved me. And also, I don't need his money. So remember the videos that I was telling you about where she's giving medals to swimmers and stuff? Apparently, she's very rich. And she would sponsor the swim competitions. You know how sports events can be
Whoa.
sponsored by Coca-Cola?
Right.
She
What is her job that she has so much money?
would be the sponsor.
Sponsored by your mama. Sponsored by your wife.
And she would go onto stage and give everyone medals because she's the brand sponsor for the swim event.
And he's the winner.
Yes.
It's like, oh, good job.
Yes, exactly. So she's like, why would I need him for his money?
I mean, if she's buying him richer meal, like
Yeah, she doesn't need
a $200,000 watch, then yeah.
Multiple times. She said every time they walked into a Louis Vuitton, she would drop 30 to 40K on him.
Damn.
Every time they walked in. Who knows how many times they walked in? If it were me, I'd walk in every day.
So what's the issue though? They were dating for 6 years. Like he would propose to her nonstop, and then he started to cheat, or he's been cheating the whole time.
Been kind of cheating the whole time.
Oh.
Getting caught, saying, oh my God, don't ruin my life, please. I need you, I love you. And then she would stay with him, and then he would do it again.
The only weird thing is that him saying he's scared. I don't know if that actually equates to him being scared of her exposing him or him just being straight up scared of her and what she could do like lie. Because again, I don't know if she's the bad guy or not, or if he's the bad guy. 'Cause from just face value, like he's the bad guy, right? And if he ends up being the bad guy at the end, it's like, okay, why couldn't we just like where's all this middle part going to be coming from? Where if he starts off as a bad guy, there's going to be some crazy stuff that happens in the middle, but then he just ends up being the bad guy at the end. So I don't know. I still don't know where this is going to go. End up at. Are they both bad? Is she bad? Is he bad? Is nobody bad?
And then he would do it again, and then do it again, allegedly. She also talks about how she was forced to terminate a pregnancy because his parents convinced her it wasn't the best for his life. And when Susie asked Hayoung to come to the hospital with her, his mom allegedly screamed at her, "You go by yourself. Why does my son have to go?" Apparently, his father got involved too, and Susie claims, "You said that since I'm not married, my pregnancy and termination are none of your business. You questioned whether or not I had a best friend. You questioned why couldn't my best friend accompany me through the termination, and why I had to ask him or his family. Your son is precious, but I'm not." She says, I really loved him at that time. I also believed in marriage, and, you know, I got a ring from Xiaomei. It was quite expensive. I posted it on my WeChat Moments. He posted it too. She's showing text messages of him begging her to stay when she tries to break up with him. She's like, of course I tried to break up with him. I'm not staying him because I want fame and clout or anything of him being an Olympic swimmer. Every time he cheated, I tried breaking up with him. And he would write things like, this morning, I talked to my mom about our situation. Afterwards, I saw that she was really upset and didn't speak to me again. I've been reflecting on how I did so many terrible things before. I couldn't control myself and let myself go, doing so many things that hurt you and made you sad. I don't want to be apart from you. Please forgive me. I really want to change. Please give us a little more time. Just look at my efforts. If I don't change and keep making mistakes, you can punish me however you want.
Again, it just seems like cut and dry for now. We're just waiting for that like nuke to go
He
off.
later begs her not to find someone else, which is an odd thing to say after you cheat on someone. He says, I did so many terrible things before. I couldn't control myself and I let myself go. I know what I did was wrong and I should go find you after I leave. To which Susie is curious and she texts him back, what happens if I find someone else? He says, if I find out, I will ruin it for you. Which so far kind of
Wait, what? Go back.
couldn't control myself and I let myself go. I know what I did was wrong and I should go find you after I leave. To which Susie is curious and she texts him back, what happens if I find someone else? He says, if I find out, I will ruin it for you. Which so far kind of sounded bantery. Almost. Susie responds, how? I'm curious. But she responds, you know what, I'm over it. Don't let it affect your training. Train well. To which he responds, if I was going to mess it up, of course I would use our tapes.
What?
And she
What? Okay, well, they have tapes now.
starts freaking
That's
out,
crazy.
saying things like, what is the meaning of this? Please be human. We already broke up. Delete what you have. And he says, no. Are you sick? Are you threatening me? Are you sick in the head?
She's saying that.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not threatening you. Are you crazy? Then what is the meaning of that text message? So I can't date again in this lifetime? And he says, just don't let me find out, squiggle, squiggle.
Whoa.
She responds, if you're a real man, delete the video. I'm not.
Again, cut and dry. I don't know how this could not be cut and dry.
Whoa.
He later says, of course, I won't use it to threaten you because you will love me again and I won't need to use the video. Which is the most threatening, unhinged, scary thing for someone to say about having an intimate video of you. She asks, are you mental? He later tries to argue that he's only using the video to communicate with her, basically stating that he's threatening her so that she'll continue talking to him, which again is crazy, crazy behavior. The comments are exactly what you imagine. When she posts this text thread, people are going off. A disgusting toad. If I was gonna mess it up, of course I'll use our tape. I'm not threatening you. Just don't let me find out. Of course I won't use it to threaten your whole life because you're gonna love me again. Every single text message is disgusting. It gets weirder. Susie mentions that she would pay for all of his airfare, hotels, cover their daily expenses. She bought him new phones every single year that he was using to download dating apps and try to talk to other girls, allegedly. So she's so upset. She said she even purchased gifts for his teammates. Susie is a clothing shop owner. She's a founder. She's very wealthy. She's an astute businesswoman, but really respects his career. She
Okay, well, then we know what she does now.
did everything she could to try and support him. She was always rooting for him behind the scenes. During one patch in their relationship, he had to train in Shanghai. She does not live in Shanghai, so she would fly every single weekend to go see him. Even if it's a short domestic flight, to get on a flight every weekend, that is so much dedication. She's 2 years older than him, but her friends said he just seemed older. They always called him grandpa or old man because he was so calm, so laid back. But what made Susie love him was the fact that when it was just the two of them, he was so goofy. He was like a little kid, world champion by day, cute guy by night, and only Susie gets to see both sides. Even when he kept messing up in championships and competitions, he said that she was the one that helped him persevere through those tough times. She did everything for him. She never leveraged his fame for her own company, for her own clothing brand. She was never like, here, wear my clothing brand. Here, take a picture with his shirt. She was just happy to stand in the shadows and help him achieve his dreams. He got to bask in the spotlight and she just clapping in the back. She would send flowers on Mother's Day from her, but then also pretending to be Hayoung sending flowers. She would purchase gold necklaces for his grandmother. She offered to help invest in kickstart Hayoung's sister's career, even helped rent a place for her when she was visiting. But some fans are accusing her of wanting to get live stream followers and states that she's doing this all for clout.
Okay. It can't just be that. I mean, why does she need clout? She literally is a gajillionaire. So again, is this just cut and dry the entire time? And there actually is no twist.
Now, I will say, she is also a very questionable person. This is where it gets crazy. Turns out she got sued in 2020. During the pandemic, she was selling face masks online. She would take people's money and then either not send the face masks or send lower quantities than they bought.
Okay.
Which sounds very scammy.
Yeah,
They went to court. She claims that she was a victim where she had a supplier in a different country that was scamming her. They took all the money. She did end up repaying all the restitution that the court ordered her to pay. And she does hang out with a lot of guys. Okay, some people didn't like that. I'm not judging that. I think each relationship is different. Whatever, right? Whatever floats every couple's boats. We don't know if he was okay with it. We don't know if he wasn't. But the face mask thing, I am side-eyeing a little bit, right? But then there were
The implication there is that she was fooling around a lot, and we're saying, well, we don't know if he's okay with that, and being in the chair, right? Well, then it's like, okay, why does she get to, or why does he have to sit in the, why does he have to sit in the chair, but she doesn't have to sit in the chair and gets to be mad about sitting in the chair? Question mark. Though I'm assuming she wasn't doing anything then, because obviously the implication there, like I said, is that she's making him sit in the chair. So if he has to sit in the chair, then why does she get to be mad about sitting in the chair?
just like, there were a lot of odd things. Sometimes in the text messages, you would see that she also seems kind of toxic. They both seem not healthy for each other. She seems a little bit controlling, is what people say. And that makes people question her story. I don't know. Okay. He's saying all of it are malicious rumors and are false. She's saying that it's all true. And it gets very strange. Weibo scrubs him from the trending list. Okay, so at one point for a few hours, all the top trending is Hayoung scandal, Hayoung expose, Hayoung fiancé, blah, 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 blah. And then within a few hours, all of a sudden, the top trending is celebrity wears puffer jacket in October.
What does that mean? Celebrity wear
It's
puffer
like
jacket.
Billie Eilish was seen wearing a puffer jacket, but it's only November. That was trending on Weibo, and everyone's like, we know what's going on here. These are not real trending topics. We're just trying to hide the swimming topic right now.
Oh, so Weibo was hiding it?
Yes.
Why is that?
Some people think that he's very well connected. So he's using his connections to suppress that information.
I
Or
see.
perhaps it's because he's a national champion and maybe the nation does not want that or something. you know how it be if you know how it be on Weibo. So then she brings up a whole thing about it and she's like, see, he's so connected, blah, blah, blah. I can't even tell my side of the story. Then it gets really weird. Then someone starts thanking her for saving their brother from human trafficking. They start saying like, my brother was taken to a foreign country to be human trafficked and I called Interpol, I called the embassy and nobody would help my brother, but Susie is so well connected that out of the goodness of her heart, she saved my brother. And everyone is thinking, they're looking up this poster who's posting it. And everyone's like, wait, so your brother went to this foreign country? And they respond, no, this one, ha ha ha. And people go, if your brother was almost taken into human trafficking, I don't think you'd be ha 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 in the comments right now. Okay, so the conclusion the netizens have come to is it seems like Susie might have orchestrated this for good publicity. Felt like a weird.
Kind of wasn't like retaining any of that.
Your brother went to this foreign country? And they respond, no, this one, ha ha ha. And people go, if your brother was almost taken into human trafficking, I don't think you'd be ha 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 in the comments right now. Okay, so the conclusion the netizens have come to is it seems like Susie might have orchestrated this for good publicity. Felt like a weird promotion she was doing for herself using such a crazy topic because people are saying, no, we should believe people, they're not lying. But then for her to allegedly use human trafficking to make herself look good, people are like, oh, well, now we don't know. Like the credibility feels shaky if she's willing to do that because that's crazy if that's true. Because there just doesn't seem to be evidence that she did save someone from human trafficking. And the story is just so batshit crazy. It's like a Mission Impossible Jason Bourne level crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So now netizens are just really lost on how to feel.
Okay, does she just make stuff up? Also, we have intermission. Here. Is this where the new stuff comes? Is that... Are we going to say that's where the video would have ended, but then she added this afterwards? Question mark.
Wait, by the way, I'm giving you guys an audio update like days. I want to say like a week later because as we were done filming, more shit hits the fan. An audio message gets leaked and in it, you hear Susie tell Hayoung along the lines of, take a car to Hangzhou right now. Tomorrow, you don't have your event anymore and you don't need to go to your fucking training. Write in your resignation letter right in front of me. Write your retirement letter right in front of me and tell your coach that you're not returning to the team and tell him that you're quitting. If you say you can give up anything, show me something. Hayoung then responds on the audio tape, what do I do after I type it out? She tells him, then you just stay in my house. When they've confirmed your retirement and they no longer need you to return to the team, then you can leave. Susie is basically demanding that Hayoung retire from the only thing that he's worked his entire life to try and achieve, just to make sure that he can't take it back, that he can't convince the coach he's not actually resigning. She's demanding that he stay holed up at her place until it's basically set in stone. So a lot of Chinese netizens, once this audio tape gets leaked, people start turning, they start changing their minds, and it gets worse. Susie says, transfer your earnings to me, transfer them to my card, and write them in as a gift. Apologize to me about everything, including your parents, retire, and you're not allowed to have kids. Do it.
Okay, like what does she want out of this guy? Because why does she want his money? She doesn't need his money. I'm guessing it's just to be like, she's just making a point, like, okay, give me everything you have, and then go be homeless after this is done. But like, why? Is it because of him cheating? Did he actually cheat? Or is she just crazy? Question mark.
The revelation of this whole voice note, how so many Chinese netizens turn on Susie. I would say that most Chinese netizens, from what I can see, they almost kind of feel bad for Hayoung. They admit that his text messages threatening to expose the sex videos are really bad. Like, it's really, really bad.
Yeah,
the majority
sure.
of Chinese netizens think that he only said those things because he was pushed into a corner. They're saying, like, the way that she's speaking to him, and I obviously don't understand Chinese, but I will say the tone I hear is very ear-pinching.
Note to go to your freaking training tomorrow. Type a resignation report in front of me. And after I finish typing it, just stay at home at my house. When they've confirmed and approved of your retirement, when they say you don't need to return to the team, then you can leave. You have to do
The
it.
way she's yelling at him, the way she's trying to force him to retire, it feels like she's very controlling, if not borderline manipulative, and she's created this very toxic environment, is what Chinese netizens feel, where it feels like she's just trying to control every aspect of his life. She's since come out, Susie has since come out to state that the audio clip has been taken way out of context. She states that Hayoung was avoiding her, not responding to her. They're going through all these relationship problems. He's out going to events and concerts. She says that he told her that this is a way for her to gain trust in him again. He's willing to give up anything, retire from swimming. So she was like, okay, then do it. She says, I made him do something he would never do, so that he understood that reconciliation is not possible. I think a key reason that Chinese netizens are upset with Susie is later another inside source comes out with information that Susie and Hayoung broke up a long time ago, and Hayoung already returned the Richard Mille watches. He already repaid the $139,000 that she requested. This person also leaked bank transactions to prove that he allegedly returned it. So a lot of Chinese netizens believe that Hayoung probably did mess up. However, they actually believe that Susie is extremely toxic. They're like writing online, either leave or don't be toxic. Yes, maybe he did cheat, maybe he did some bad things, then leave. Like, you don't have to stay in the relationship, feel miserable, feel betrayed, and start getting very controlling, suffocating, and potentially mentally abusive. Allegedly, another insider source states that just just as how Hayoung claimed he was going to threaten her with the intimate videos every time they broke up, she would threaten him to expose him online and ruin his career, which obviously I don't think that they're really comparable threats. But Chinese netizens are saying, sure, he threatened something that is not good. It's very bad. But she also threatened him all the time. But the truth is she actually went through it and he didn't. I don't know. Many netizens also questioned the timing of the expose. So they initially thought that they broke up around the Olympics, but it's actually rumored that they've been on really bad on and off terms since 2022.
2022? I mean, that's like a bajillion years ago.
Like they were basically on and off at least until 2023. We're not exactly sure exactly when the final breakup was, but they think the timing is planned because she exposed him right after the 2024 Olympics. Now, side note, there are new text messages that were released after their breakup. She still keeps contacting him. She asks him to quote, "Tomorrow's my live stream debut. Can you come and give me the carnival gift?" It's like when people are live streaming, you donate gifts. This is the most expensive one. It's $4,000. He doesn't respond, to which she texts him back, "Are you sure you can't make it? Then I'll just say that we broke up on Weibo," which is obviously kind of a threat. Now, side note, a lot of netizens are saying that even this request is bizarre. They're saying there's so much context to this. It's not even just the way she's threatening to expose him on Weibo when he says he can't make it, but it's also the fact that this was a national holiday. If a Chinese Olympian who is representing the nation in the Olympic Games is seen spending money on female live streamers, even though it could be his on and off girlfriend, perhaps not, we don't know, it could be seen as very problematic. Like this could put the whole swim team under controversy. Not even just him, because that's the way it works in China. Some netizens say that alone shows her controlling nature, because clearly, she's been going around saying, "I care so much about his career. All I did was for his career. I only care about his career. I never wanted anything." But now Chinese netizens are saying, "Well, no, it doesn't seem like you care about his career at all." To which he texts her back, "I can't respond." Susie responds, "Who says you can't come? You're saying this yourself. Fuck, I'll just go on live and expose you tonight. I want to deal with this gift situation tonight. You have to come and send me gifts. You cannot say no. Avoiding and not replying is not going to help. It'll only make me feel more frustrated. How about this? On the 8th, you come into the live stream and you don't need to give a single penny." Which, side note, had Chinese netizens being like, "Girl, wait, we thought you were a successful entrepreneur. What's going on?" Then they dig up an old video of her
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't make sense that she keeps trying to like take his money, but again, I think it's just like, trying to prove a point of like trying to get him to do stuff to prove that he, I don't know, cares, is going to do what he says, etc., etc. We've already said this already, right?
ranting online about how, quote, "I want to sell products on live stream. I just want to sell things that I usually use, but they don't respond. Like these brands don't respond to me. The brand I want to sell won't even bother looking at me." So now there are 3 groups of netizens. One group, I would say the majority of Chinese netizens, that think that Susie is super controlling and both of them were toxic to each other, but she's the one that brought it online for likely not the best reasons. They're also stating that Susie has been saying very, very negative things nonstop about Hayoung, whereas Hayoung has kind of responded only to clear his name, but never said anything negative about Susie. Another group of netizens think, you know what, I think both of them are problematic and they're both bad and I don't want to support either of them. And
Sure, so it did end up being like that, like they're both bad, which was something that was like crossing my mind early on. Like, which one was it? Like, is he bad, her bad? Are they both bad? We could probably just say they're both bad. We can just say they're both guilty until proven innocent kind of scenario now.
until we see proof that Hayoung did not force her to have a termination of a pregnancy and that it was not a mutual decision or that it was a mutual decision, they're upset at both of them. They don't even want to like support either of them. And then another group that thinks it doesn't matter. Like Hayoung probably cheated first and Susie likely is only behaving this way because he cheated. Like she's being controlling and being so stressed out and saying all these things because that trust was broken. So the netizens, they're duking it out in the comments. They're fighting it out. One netizen comments, "At first I supported the girlfriend because he's a cheater. But now I hear the audio, I feel like she's so controlling that nobody would last and survive in a relationship like that." But then another netizen comments to that comment and says, "It just took me 0.001 seconds to guess your gender." Another comment reads,
Okay.
"Transfer all the money to my account and note it as a self-willing gift is terrifying." Another comment reads, "Hayoung is so unlucky for meeting someone like this. Thank God they broke up. This level of control is really crazy." Another comment just reads, "Wait, is her story really fake?" And then it starts another argument to which someone responds, "Just look at her story. There's so many plot holes." To which another netizen responds, "To be honest, I don't know." And it's just so messy. And I feel like because there's so much happening in forums and being released with random Weibos scattered throughout, like random posts. I've been trying to translate as much as I can, but I feel like for this one, there must be context that I'm missing. So if you guys are like a Chinese speaker or like you guys are lurking on Weibo and all these Chinese social media platforms, please leave in the comments any additional information. But I want to say the moral of the story is Richard Milles are overrated watches. That is all.
I had no clue about like what the watches look like. So that was that episode. I don't think we really resolved anything at the end there. It's just maybe they're both bad. We can just say that they're both bad. So oof. And I guess we'll just leave it at that. I don't know if there's been any future development over this because again, this was 10 months ago. Though I don't know if this one was like, interesting enough to be like, yeah, I want to know what happens. Like if I never find out what happened after this, like it's not the end of the world, right? But yeah. Still a interesting story nonetheless. I don't know what the next video is. I never know what the next video is. I have to go look at the list that I have and then see what's next. There's still not that many left. Maybe there's like 10 left. So we might end up finishing all of Stephanie's stuff by the end of the month, depending on if I keep it doing it every other day. We might need to switch the Rotten Mango at some point. It's been a long time since we've done Rotten Mango stuff. It's just the videos are so long that it's kind of rough to do them as videos rather than live streams. And I don't know if the live streams I can even do them because I haven't tried. So I don't know how good the internet is for that right now at this new place. We'll just have to see. Yep. I think that's going to be it for today. So, you guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers. Think about becoming a member, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're working on watch time and subscribers. And if we have a throne now as well. And I don't know if I should put a, like, just go out of my way and just put a computer on, like a new computer on my throne. Just because my computer's Windows 10. And yesterday was the last day Windows 10 gets updates. Hopefully no one tries to hack my computer, because for me, actually be saying this. So no more updates for Windows 10 as of yesterday. Though you are supposed to keep getting sudo updates for another year, I think. Because I already have a thing down there that wants me to update. So we can last another year. But I'm probably going to have to somehow buy a new computer within a year. Just because of what's going on with that, for them forcing everyone to do Windows 11, which is just so annoying, because when they first announced Windows 10, however many years ago that was, it was supposed to be the final Windows. They were going to put all their effort into Windows 10 forever, and like, nope, here's Windows 11, and now we're killing Windows 10. No more updates for Windows 10. You have to use Windows 11 or your computer's not going to be safe. So yeah, oof on that. I think I have no choice but to like finally invest in a new computer. Unfortunately, I don't really want to do that because I don't need to do that. I mean, I am running off of like duct tape, paper clips, and gum with my computer, with how I have to use it. You know, the side panel ticking off, a tabletop fan blowing into it. Well, 2 tabletop fans. So the one of them needs to be cleaned right now. So I don't have that one turned on. But yeah, like it's barely holding together. It's so underpowered, etc., etc. So I think I just need to get a new one. Maybe I'll throw one up on the throne and just see what happens with that. But anyways, so yeah, shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. But guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the do. See ya.